This is the moment his whole world went quiet. 6 months of hope, undone in 6 seconds. Before you judge how this ends, you need to understand how far he came to get here. His name was Javi. Her name was Rosa. And this is where their story really begins. Javi was 33, a cashier. Not rich, but never once did he let Rosa feel it. Every peso he earned, he thought of her first. Rosa didn't work. She didn't need to. Javi made sure of that. Whatever she asked for, within his means, he gave. Not because he had to, because he loved her. But Javi carried a dream older than their relationship, the United States. Year after year, he saved, applied, waited. And then, after years of quiet prayer, the answer came. Approved, his visa, his way out, his way up. Rosa cried in his arms that night. Tears of joy, she said. They made a promise that night. No one else, not ever. He promised her something else too, that this separation was temporary. I'll get a job, a home, and I'll come back for you, I swear it. The morning he left, Rosa held on to him like the ground was falling away. I'll wait for you, she whispered, no matter how long. And just like that, Javi crossed into a new life, alone. Dallas, Texas, a city of strangers. And somewhere in it, Javi's second chance. He had almost nothing, but he had a plan and a promise to keep. Every day he applied. Every day he was one step closer. He worked harder than he ever had in his life. Every night, without fail, he called Rosa, just to hear her voice. She always answered. She always said the right things. Javi had no reason to doubt her. None at all. 1 month became 2. 2 became 4. Javi's life in Dallas was finally taking shape. A raise, a better job. Every dollar saved for one reason, her. Back in Mexico, Rosa's days looked different than she described them. But Javi wasn't there to see it. He only had her word. I miss you every single day, she told him. He believed her. Every time. 5 months in, Javi found it. A real home. A home for both of them. He signed the lease with her name already in his heart. He built it piece by piece. A bed, a table, a future. Her photo went up first, before anything else. Meanwhile, in Mexico, Rosa's nights were rarely spent alone. Javi began the process to bring her over. For good this time. Every form, every fee, every signature, a step toward the promise he made her. It's happening, Rosa. You're coming to Dallas. Rosa's voice cracked on the other end. Javi thought it was happiness. He booked her flight the same day the papers cleared. One way, because in his heart, she was never leaving again. He cleaned every corner of that house like it was a wedding day. Rosa packed her bags, but her mind seemed somewhere else. There were things Rosa hadn't told him, things she planned to bury in Mexico. He'd bought a ring. He was going to ask her properly, as husband and wife. The day finally came. Rosa was going to Dallas. Every mile closer to Javi was a mile she couldn't undo the past on. Something was different about her. Javi would notice it. Soon. Javi stood at arrivals with flowers in one hand and a ring in his pocket. When he saw her, 6 months disappeared in a single breath. But her eyes held something Javi didn't yet have the words for. On the drive home, Rosa went quiet. Her face lost its color. Javi, something's wrong, she whispered. And nothing would be the same after that. Javi didn't hesitate. Straight to the hospital. He held her hand the entire way in, terrified, devoted. In the waiting room, Javi prayed the way he hadn't prayed in years. Then the doctor called his name. She's stable, the doctor said. But there's something you both need to know. 2 months pregnant. The words landed like a car crash. Javi did the math before the doctor even finished the sentence. 6 months apart. Not one visit, not one moment together. He walked into that room already knowing the truth. Rosa didn't need to say anything. Her silence said everything. "Who is he, Rosa?" His voice was calm. That was the scariest part. She didn't have an answer that could fix what was already broken. Javi paid every bill, in full, without a word of complaint. Because that's who Javi was, responsible, even in heartbreak. There they sat. Two strangers wearing the faces of the people who once promised forever. The ride back to the house was the longest 10 minutes of Javi's life. She sat in the home he built for her, a home she'd never truly live in. He looked at her photo on the nightstand, the one he'd placed there first. For a moment, he just held it, remembering who he thought she was. "Javi, please, let me explain." Her voice trembled. He turned to face her, not with anger, with something quieter and heavier. "I kept every promise I made you," he said. "Every single one. I worked, I saved, I built this house waiting for you." "And you couldn't wait 6 months," Rosa begged. She pleaded for forgiveness she knew she hadn't earned. Javi felt every part of himself wanting to say yes. But love without respect isn't love. It's just familiar pain. "I'm not doing this to punish you, Rosa. I'm doing it to respect myself." "No," he said. Quiet, final, unshakable. He walked to the window. The city he'd fought so hard to belong to stretched out before him. He packed her bag himself, gently, without cruelty. He even paid for her flight back, because his integrity never depended on hers. At the door, she turned back one final time. "Do you still love me?" she asked. "I'll always love who I thought you were," he said, and closed the door. The taxi's taillights faded into the Dallas night. And just like that, she was gone. Javi stood in the silence of the home he'd built for two. He closed the ring box, not in anger, in acceptance. That night, Javi allowed himself to grieve. Just for one night. But morning came. It always does. Javi went back to work, because his life was never built on Rosa's choices, only his own. He didn't lose himself that day. If anything, he found out exactly who he was. Somewhere over Texas, Rosa flew home to face a future she chose alone. This isn't a story about hate. It's a story about self-respect. Javi kept every promise he made. Rosa broke the one that mattered most. And sometimes, the greatest act of love is knowing when to let go. This has been the promise he kept, the trust she broke.